Hey everybody, don't worry, you're not going to be staring at my ugly mug for this entire video. Before we get into the discussion about Renegade Platinum and the grinding that we'll have going on in the background, I actually did record what I thought would be like the first 3 to 4 minutes of the next episode, because before I went to do grinding, I realized there's a few things I needed to do, including catching a new Pokemon, discussing fossils, and evolving one of our Pokemon. So, really quickly, here is the first 3 to 4 minutes of what was going to be the next episode of Renegade Platinum, and is now, I guess, just some cutting room floor material. So, here you go. What's going on, guys? Here with Hardy Tech, and welcome back to the Pokemon Renegade Platinum Nuzlocke run. We're not done yet. I'm feeling a little more confident today. After the last episode, realizing that we didn't even have to go through that battle, I was very dejected. This is not the team we're going to be going with. I actually haven't done any grinding yet, because this is going to be split into 2 different recording sessions, because I do need to do some grinding. However, there's some stuff we need to do before I can do grinding, and the first one I found out is if we talk to this lovely lady here, Bebe. I think she normally gives you an Eevee, but today she gives us an upgrade, meaning we can evolve our Porygon into a Porygon 2, giving him a substantial boost as far as his usability goes. And then the second thing we're going to do is go over to that, I think it's Route 208 we were just on, and catch ourselves a Pokemon, because we could catch something useful there. I was looking at the catch list. It doesn't seem phenomenal. It's not, you know, super strong, unfortunately. I think more than likely we're probably going to run into a Bibarel. Actually, I should check out and see how many Pokeballs we have. Okay, we should be able to catch whatever we find there. Ooh, can we go down this way yet? No, let me through. Okay, we can't go down that way yet. I thought maybe we might be able to sneak off to the Trophy Garden, but it's clearly not the case. But, we can catch ourselves a Pokemon. Let's try to avoid these trainers, because that's not what I want to do right now. First piece of grass is a Zangoose. Alright, I don't think I've ever used Zangoose before, so I think you could probably live a bite, right? Critical hit. Alright, that's a lot of damage. Let's just try to catch it. I should have caught it at a Premier Ball. It matches its color scheme, although I guess Pokeball does too. Oh well. So I've never used a Zangoose before. I don't even think ever in any of my casual playthroughs I've ever used a Zangoose. All I know is that he has the rivalry with Seviper. So, we're going to name him, I'll just name him Slasher. No, I'm going to name him Hash Browns, because he's the hash-slinging slasher. Heck yeah. Hash Browns. He might end up actually going on a team, because he probably learns Night Slash or something like that. And then before we go do grinding, I just wanted to address something you guys are going to see during grinding. When we were in Eterna City, I said I was going to leave the Pokemon that I chose there until later to decide what I wanted it to be, because we had access to all the fossils. Well, I've made that decision, and it came down to Armaldo versus Kabutops, because both of them I thought would be very handy. They both get really good move pools in this game. I originally was going to go with Armaldo until I found out for some reason Armaldo is not compatible with Shadow Claw, which is weird. He learns Metal Claw, but he can't learn Shadow Claw. So, we're going to be going with Kabutops, because Kabutops gets Night Slash. I think its moveset's going to be something like Night Slash, Aqua Jet, Rock Slide, and Waterfall. And I'll probably teach it Sword Stance to get rid of, like, Aqua Jet, maybe. So, that's going to be very terrifying, and the fossils evolve at level 30 in this game. So, you're going to go see me get Kabutops as well. I just wanted to explain that. But I don't think we can catch any more Pokemon. So, let's go do some grinding. So, I'm assuming if you're watching this, you probably saw the last episode, episode 14 of the Renegade Platinum Nuzlocke run, where we took on the member of the Elite Four, Aaron, and it didn't go quite well, to say the least. It was a small disaster, and first and foremost, I want to just thank everybody who was panicking that I was just going to stop this series and asking me to please continue. I definitely understand where that thought came from at the way I ended that episode. I was just completely dejected. I was at least going to still try to continue the game, especially afterwards. I was looking at my box Pokemon, and I saw a lot of potential there with some of the Pokemon I had. You know, we're so close to be able to get the Elemental Fangs from Mightyena. We're about to have a Nuzleaf. We're about to have an Altaria. We still got Gastrodon. Like, we still got a pretty potentially decent team. And I was just really dejected after that fight, because this game, it's a pretty brutal game. And something about that fight felt exceptionally brutal. But one of the things I've been thinking about, and that I think has been making it even more difficult on myself, is a level cap. And this is something I talked about on Twitter, and I put up a poll on Twitter which got almost 200 votes talking about this, where for some reason I've kind of put this weird self-inflicted level limit on myself. Like, it's not a hard level limit. If someone goes like a level or two over, it's not the end of the day, but I've been trying to have my Pokemon be around the same level as the gym leader's Pokemon, usually trying not to go over their ace. And I realize this is kind of silly because I'm basically working with like a ragtag group of misfits trying to put the building blocks together to be a somewhat usable team, while I'm facing a very intelligently structured, competitively balanced, usually a fully evolved Pokemon team with good composition with each other, with good chemistry, with good movesets, with perfect items, with perfect IVs. So it's basically like, I don't know if you guys have ever seen the movie The Benchwarmers. I'm the Benchwarmers, and I don't have the luck of movie cinema on my side to make it so I actually win most of the time. So I put up a poll saying, what, for example, the next gym leader's ace, I believe, is 32. So what do you guys think is a good level limit? I said a level 33 max, level 34 max, level 35 max, or other. And a lot of the people that replied actually replied to their tweet saying they actually don't care about level limits. But level 35, so about 2 to 3 levels above the gym leader, is the one that won the vote very one-sided with 66% of those votes. So going forward, I'll probably put a soft lemon limit, a lemon limit of about 2 to 3 levels above the gym leader's ace, just to try to give myself that little bit of like room to make up for the fact that they're ridiculous. I'm weirdly somewhat confident about the next gym because, you know, it's dark type and we have knockoff, and we'll be able to get rid of some of these items, because knockoff, I believe, does have the modern mechanics, so we'll see how that goes. But the one topic I really didn't expect to come up, I didn't even think about it, but a lot of people in the comments of the last episode were saying, is that they didn't think the last fight should count. That the fight is basically designed for you to lose, that it's extremely brutal, and that in that kind of situation, maybe a Nuzlocke rule should be paused, kind of similar to like before you get Pokeballs in a Nuzlocke run. And at first I was like, I love that idea, I'd love to have my Pokemon back, but that's not how it works. But then I kept seeing more and more comments about it, and from a storytelling perspective, that battle perfectly makes sense. Like, if you're going through a story of Pokemon, you should absolutely not be able to beat Aaron yet. And I know there have been people that have beat him. And a lot of those people probably, you know, went over leveled, or they had a much better team composition than I did. So I know it is possible to beat him. But I thought I should go to the source on this. So I actually messaged Drayano on Twitter asking him what his opinion of this fight in regards to a Nuzlocke run is. Like, if he, when he was making this, knowing how brutal the fight is, does he think that a Nuzlocke run should be temporarily paused on a fight like this where you're in an almost unwinnable situation without going extremely overboard? And this is his response. So that's a good question. I did intentionally make the fight quite hard, hence why you can lose and still continue. So I'd personally say you'd be okay to pause a Nuzlocke there. Though I know a lot of other YouTubers haven't done so, so that depends on what crowd you want to go with, I guess. He does say there's no other surprise fight with the other Elite Four members. Thankfully, I was terrified of that. But there might still be 1 or 2 surprises thrown my way. They shouldn't be as difficult as the Aaron fight. So that came from the mouth of the creator himself of this hack, that in his mind he thinks it is temporarily okay to pause the Nuzlocke run. I'm going to try not to give my opinion on this because I don't want to influence you guys with what you think I want. I'm leaving this up to you guys. I'm going to go through the comments of this. I'm going to probably I'm going to put a link, the very first link, the pinned tweet, the pinned comment on this should be a straw poll on your opinions on that fight. And I'm leaving it up to you guys, and feel free to tell me in the comments what you think about this. If you know, Drayano's opinion changes your opinion at all, I'm very curious. And starting with the next episode, I'm going to take a day or two off from Renegade Platinum. I feel like I just need a break from this constant stress of this game. And then we'll return with whatever your guys' decision will be, and we'll be taking on the next gym. So that's all I have to say for you guys today. I hope the grinding was able to entertain you guys. You may have noticed I've been spending a lot of point up on, I think, Route 216, because apparently you can get a Razor Claw off of Wild Sneasels, and I really want a Weavile for this gym, but the Razor Claw that's given to you in the game isn't until after this gym. So I spent all my time grinding up there with Thief, but the problem is Sneasel is a 10% encounter, and I think only 5% of the time it holds a Razor Claw, so you can work out that math there. That's like a 0.5% chance of me finding a Razor Claw when I get into a wild battle or something like that. It's insane. So I found a shiny Sneasel before I found a Sneasel holding Wild Claw. Mind-blowing. But that's all I have to talk to you guys about today, so let me know in your opinions, vote on the poll, and we'll be back in a few days with more Renegade Platinum.